Howdy friends, thanks for being here. We got a new little screen today because we're doing a little something different today for Dork Discourse. I gotta give a huge shout out to everybody because I dropped, as always, pretty last minute yesterday afternoon. What would you guys want to see? And I appreciate everybody who gave recommendations, and we'll probably be visiting some of those, honestly, because we have Andor coming up. We'll definitely be doing some Andor conversations, probably leading into next week. I can't believe we're already a week out. Who was it? I think Simply, she commented, like, we're only a week away from Andor, and I was like, are you serious? Like, I forgot. It's already mid-September. Like, I kind of just, especially when a show comes out in the latter half of a month, like, we turned the calendar onto September, but I was like, oh, it's Andor month, but it's still literally days, like a whole month away pretty much. So like, just forget about it.
No.
But then I forget about it and then it sneaks up and it's like, oh my gosh, wait, it's here. So shout out to Simply for that reminder, because if it wasn't for you, I would not have registered that. It's a month away. What else? I also gotta give a shout out to my mom, Barb, fan favorite. It's her birthday. Not actually anymore. She was taking a little trip for her big day, so I don't think it's her birthday anymore in the time zone where she's currently vacationing.
Shout out, Barb.
But it's
birthday, Barb.
still her birthday here in the U.S. So shout out to her. I don't think she'll be with us, but we love her. She knows we love her. Yo, Charlie, member for 13 months. Holy smokes! I didn't know it kept going after the 12-month milestone, but I'll freaking take it. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, another milestone. Thanks for being awesome, Ken Tom. You guys are amazing. I have spoken. Charlie, you are the one who is amazing. And I love that video that Zach made. That was a really neat video. I hope he makes more videos like that, because I feel like it was kind of spawned by, if you guys attended Evil Ewok last week, it was just the Cat and Zach show again. And we got in some we weren't heated at each other. We were heated at the fandoms, like just the overall negative energy that seems to have like poisoned every fandom these days. Like, because especially with like Lord of the Rings, recently with Kenobi, and Rings of Power too, like people, casting racism, stuff like that. Bunch of negativity. So we were like on a roll. We both like went off. And at the end we were like, oh my gosh, we've never gone so hard in his stream. But then literally the day later, he made like a video, like a good commentary video about some of the topics we were discussing. But in that video, he gave Charlie a big shout out and basically was like,
it's well deserved.
If everybody in the fandom was like Charlie, we would literally be so peaceful. Our lives would be so much better, but alas. But anyway, shout out as always to Charlie. Also, I just want to disclaim, my eye has been twitching all day. Literally from the moment I woke up, and it was still twitching like 3 minutes. Like, it's been twitching on and off. So if you happen to see that, I don't know if the webcam would pick it up. But in case.
Turn it off and turn it back on again?
My eye? Oh my god. Yeah, let me just take it out.
Those who don't know, that usually fixes everything.
Let me just take it out real quick. I'll pull a mother from Raised by Wolves. Give him replace my eyes.
What's up, everybody?
But yeah, just wanted to disclaim.
Welcome to another stream.
Yeah. If my eye twitches, don't be alarmed. But it also could just be because I'm so excited for today's, not even necessarily a topic, but we're kind of having some fun. It's going to be different. We always want Dork Discourse to be interactive, but we especially want interaction today. Like, we're totally curious to hear people's thoughts on the questions we're going to be posing this evening as we play a little bit of Would You Rather, thanks to Nic Gundy, who I don't think he's even able to attend tonight, but he gave that recommendation, and I was like, you know what? That would be fun, and in a way it's tapping back into our roots of sparking some healthy discourse, debate, because I have a feeling we're going to have some different opinions on some of these topics. So without further ado, let's get into it, and of course, we want to hear from you guys. So I have maybe a bit of a leg up because I organized this today while he was at work. So I know what these questions are. Tom has literally no idea.
Well, that's what those sources are.
Yes.
So it looks like there's 10.
We have 10 questions.
10
no, I will also disclaim some of these are so unhinged. I did not come up with these. I stole the one from Nic Gundy. He posed a good question in his suggestion comment when he replied, oh, Colin's now a member. Let's go. Although I thought That's new, right? Or is that old in the queue? I can't.
Go back to the chat.
I can't tell. Colin, member for 8 months. There we go. Hey, Kat and Tom, missed you guys so much. It's been so long. Literally, shout out to you, Colin. I literally, like, he said his alarm is 3:30 a.m.
I know.
over there.
Colin, you are another breed of legend.
We don't deserve you. Tom with the beard is invincible. Yeah.
I know.
Indeed. It's a little bit trimmed now, though. But anyway, yeah, so I came up with one of these questions. The rest I did not come up with, and the other is from Nic Gundy. You'll see. I just want to put that out there now, because some of these are so wild, and I just want you to know it wasn't me. I found a lot of these online. So let's get started. I think they get more and more wild as we go.
Before we start, are these covering all
Everything.
current things? House of Dragon, Lord of the Rings?
Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. There's a little bit of surprise one in there. So yes, I made sure it's topics though that we are familiar with. I didn't put any like Star Trek or anything in there.
Yeah. I mean, it's been tough because there's obviously so much stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
That it's hard to pick one topic that covers everything, because everybody is watching all these shows simultaneously, and there's a lot going on, which is good.
It's true. All right.
This is great.
Without further delay, let's go. Question number 1. This is the one from Nic Gundy. Would you rather live in Westeros or live in Middle Earth?
Easy. Westeros.
Are you for real?
Yep.
Why?
Easy. And I was actually thinking about this on my drive home, because I knew, for some reason, I knew this one was a question. And I guess I saw Nic Gundy.
You probably saw Nick's chat. Yeah.
But I came up with one legit answer in my head of what the correct answer is and why. And it's Westeros, because assuming we have to stay as men, everybody in Westeros is a man. So everybody has the same perspective of life and life expectancy.
Human mankind?
Yes, mankind.
Okay,
human.
Be specific. I'm not transporting as a man.
Well, no, not a man, but like men.
Yes.
Humans.
Okay.
Yes, humans.
You can be a little more gender neutral about it.
The realm of men in Lord of the Rings. In Middle Earth, they refer to it as the realm of men.
Yes.
But, so yes, humans. Everybody in Westeros is human, so we all have the same perception of time and life expectancy and things. So your legacy, everybody's legacy is at the same level of legacy. It's on the same scale. But in Middle Earth, if you're a human, you're bottom of the barrel. You're crap. You're scum. You are trash relative to everything.
So that's Aragorn.
The legacy of a man versus the legacy of an immortal elf or near immortal wizard or a evil sorcerer, those legacies triumph over the legacy of any man, even Aragorn, because Aragorn's only going to live for a few decades.
Yeah, it's what you make
all the elves are going to live forever. Yeah, I know, and Frodo throws the ring, and he's a legend, but there's going to be some other evil person 3,000 years later, and the whole thing's going to start over again.
But to that point, you're just rebuttaling your own point. Like, you'd want to live in Middle Earth as a man because you're mortal. You get a regular lifespan, same as you would in Game of Thrones. But if you're an elf, you have to live through thousands of every bad atrocity, every bad guy that comes through. For thousands, there's no end in sight, so you have to live through everything.
Yeah, think about how many bad guys Galadriel has defeated. In theory, infinite.
The point is...
So in the world of infinite beings, you're going to be one that only lives for 10 years when the whole thing spans infinitely?
I'm going to review it, because I've been thinking all day about this one, too, and I would say Middle Earth, for obvious reasons. I mean... way less dangerous depending on where you're at. Game of Thrones, unless you're living in the high luxurious places and you're royalty, it's pretty rough. It's essentially like medieval times. I'd rather live in a fantasy world. Yeah, but if I were to live back in medieval days and not be born into the royalty, my lifespan would be you capped out at 20 back then. It's essentially
Middle Earth is pre-Middle Ages. Middle Earth, there's
which makes
nothing.
it even better. You have the Shire. They didn't have anything like that back in the Middle Ages.
Westeros has, like, food that's cooked. They don't have to worry about the bubonic plague.
They don't have to worry about that.
Oh.
All right. But I don't want to go too deep into all of these. We have 10 questions, so strap in, folks. This is just number 1.
We got a poll.
I want to. No. We're not going to make a poll for every single one. What? But I just want to hear what people have to say.
Make a poll.
No,
let people vote.
It's too annoying typing the whole time. No,
I'll freaking type.
No, stop! It literally is going to take so long.
No, it's not. Well, we keep talking while we type.
Oh my god! I just want to hear what people have to say. I just want to read the chat. Oh my god! See, now the computer's shaking.
Oh my god!
Are you really going to do this for every single question?
It takes 2 freaking seconds.
Yeah,
but
it
want to have
turns
their voices
into a
heard.
mini earthquake. Yeah, now you have to type again. Westeros, yes or no. Just do W or M.
Yeah, see.
Oh my god. All right, that might be the first and last poll. It's gonna take forever. All right, let's just, because now it covers up half the chat.
Then unpin it.
There we go. All right, okay.
So hard.
Who's the first person? Middle Earth, yes. Oh, from Alice, of course. Live in Middle Earth. Middle Earth as a dwarf. I like that you got specific HJD97.
Yeah, if you can spawn yourself into a certain sect or race.
Yo, you're in the minority here.
Then, yeah.
Everyone is team. I have no idea what Westeros is, so I will go with Middle Earth by default. Okay. Joshua, Middle Earth in the Shire. Yes. Westeros before it gets blown up. Oh, Charlie, I'm surprised. Alice says Middle Earth, and in Gondor with my fake second husband, Aragorn. Let's go. True, my fake second husband would be Legolas. That's half of my motivation to go to Middle Earth. Jared, I'd go with Middle Earth too. Sal, I'm not a goat fan, and I've only seen the first Lord of the Rings, so I don't have any skin in this game, but I'll say Westeros, I guess. Nice. I'll be the cabbage merchant in Westeros. Think you're outnumbered, Grand Moff Tom. Yeah, you are. Your poll just proved me right.
Huh?
Yeah, see? Poll. All right. I'll take Westeros for $500. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Zach. Thanks so much. It's so good to see you. Sorry, it's been a while. Literally, I tell you guys, you never have to apologize. We know life and work happens. Been busy with work and my studies. Hope you guys are well. Just sent an application for screenwriting at uni. Awesome. Oh my gosh. That's so freaking exciting.
Good stuff.
Everybody manifest good things for Zech. See, I love this. When people share good news, like, and share your wins in here, like, we're all cheering and rooting for you. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I had no idea you were interested in screenwriting, but that's so exciting. Yeah, already you're getting trounced in this
that's
poll.
fine.
Literally,
Charlie and I are gonna rule in Westeros, and everybody else is gonna get made fun of by the elves because they die quickly. So, but it's a good point. If you can choose where you spawn, then yeah. If you spawn as an elf, or if you spawn as a wizard, or if you spawn as...
But see, they have other things in Game of Thrones too. Like Melisandre is like a witch. Yeah. Like they have a more scarce.
It's so minute.
Yeah,
it's not even factions. It's outliers.
Simply, I just want to give a shout out to this comment. Also, I want to say it's officially been a year since I've been a fan. In July, I was on vacation and I realized you were in the Vader film by Star Wars Theory, and I found your channel. Yeah, let's go! Happy anniversary of being here. You're such a big part of this community, and we're all so happy that you're here. Simply. All right.
Yeah.
Next.
I will say just before we move on.
Okay.
Disclaimer: that is not. These questions are not which. It's not franchise versus franchise. Which do you like
No.
better?
Not at all. No, it's just circumstantial.
Yes. Yeah.
If you had to choose what's better or worse. All right. Round 2. Let's go. Who would you rather call in a time of need? Gandalf or Dumbledore? Again, from here on out, I did not come up with any of these. So, and this one I think is tricky. I think I know who I would pick though. I think Gandalf.
Same here.
Okay, that's quick.
Because Dumbledore didn't tell Harry anything until literally like after he's dead, and Snape had to tell him the whole story.
Yeah, and in a way, they both kind of. I thought that was my first Gandalf, fly, you fools. Yes, Alice. Let's see as they're coming in. Joshua says Gandalf. Best wizard, Dumbledore. Gandalf, but I've never seen Harry Potter. I'll say Gandalf. Dumbledore all the way. I'm a huge Potterhead. Dumbledore, probably. I hate that I'm saying that. Gandalf, you shall not pass. Dumbledore. Okay, this one's more of a mix. Oh, here we go. All right, I'm just apologizing now because the computer's going to be shaking.
It's not shaking. It's not shaking.
Gets his pulse.
There. You want abbreviations? This.
It's not going to be that easy.
There's your
It's not going to be that easy. There's a lot more in-depth, thorough questions here that are not going to be as compatible for a poll.
There you go.
This is a tough one. Yeah, but to that point, that was my first reasoning against Dumbledore. He lies by omission a lot to Harry, and Harry's left in the dark so many times. And like even when Harry desperately needed Gandalf, at least in the portrayal in the films, there were times he like literally left Harry hanging, gave him the cold shoulder, like was purpose. Like obviously he had reasons for why, but I feel like Harry was grasping for Gandalf's not Gandalf. Oh God, my brain is jumbled. I feel like Harry was grasping for Dumbledore's help a lot. Gandalf's different. He lies by he doesn't lie by omission, but he kind of...
They both aren't outrightly truthful.
Yeah, he kind of traps Frodo, essentially. It's his fault, basically. Like everything that happens to Frodo, like, it comes back to Gandalf. But he has Frodo, he has a big heart and, like, loves Frodo, and he feels remorse about it. I didn't even think about in terms of power. I just went immediately to, like, their characteristics.
Yeah.
Powers, though, I feel like Gandalf could beat Dumbledore in a fight.
I don't know.
Really?
Saruman collapse him. Saruman literally demolishes him and throws him on the roof of Isengard.
Do you think Saruman is a worse opponent than, like, Voldemort, though? Like, how... Let's kick
Voldemort couldn't even beat a 16-year-old.
Exactly.
Voldemort. So Voldemort is nothing.
We're both getting so confused.
Dumbledore clobbers Voldemort.
My brain's gonna be mushed by the end of this because we're intermixing phantoms, and now I'm like, oh God.
Yeah. So I would say that.
Chat's pretty
I don't know.
split, but Gandalf's in the lead.
Yeah, 58-42.
Gandalf is in the lead. Ian McKellen is my answer. Dumbledore, he usually has the answers or a good guess. That White Rider scene is amazing. Gandalf, either white or gray, is the best. I cry every time I see Gandalf falling with the Balrog. I know, it's like, even though you know what happens, it still hurts every time. Yeah, if Gandalf didn't call upon the eagles, would Frodo and Sam have survived? He's the best. That's true. Gandalf has giant birds at his disposal.
Yes.
Dumbledore does not.
He has the phoenix.
One phoenix that's this big versus a whole horde of the eagles? Whoops, don't want to do that. Yeah. Okay, alright. I think we can call that one quits. I think we reached a definitive... Dang, yeah, Gandalf took the lead. Took the lead on that one. Alright, next up, round 3. I love that everyone's participating. Alright, here we go. Would you rather live as a normal human in the Star Wars universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the DC universe, or the Harry Potter universe?
Star Wars.
Really?
The other 3 are living on Earth, but you feel worse about yourself because there's superheroes running around all over the place. Star Wars is the only non-Earth option, and it's so much more vast, you wouldn't feel bad about yourself because it's like the same number of heroes but spread out over an entire galaxy, not just one planet. Unless you're on Coruscant and dealing with the Jedi Temple. But even then, they're not as super powery as Superman or, you know, Iron Man or
Batman.
Yeah, I guess
DC universe.
Yeah. I guess the Harry Potter, you have the wizards, they dress like normal people and they keep to themselves, so you don't really know. Yeah, Harry Potter's the worst option because you literally don't even know that there's magic. So you're just living on, Harry Potter is literally how you're living right now. Because if there are wizards, you wouldn't know. And Harry Potter, if you were a normal person, you wouldn't know either.
We would just get to live in London.
Harry Potter is literally what we're all doing right now. That has to be the worst option.
We could be. Now I'm just thinking Matrix. Like, what if Harry Potter exists and we don't know it because we just wouldn't know?
No.
Shnikes, dang.
Star Wars, you get the luxury of traveling the galaxy, seeing all different planets. You can live wherever you want. And then Marvel and DC, you're just getting flexed on because Iron Man's flying around and they're destroying your cities. You're gonna be
filthy little mudfly. Yeah, they even have a bad derogatory name, Muggles. Star Wars universe, Star Wars easy. But which Earth, Tom? There are many Earths in the DC multiverse. That's
fair.
True.
It's fair.
Jeff, what's up? Thanks for joining. Star Wars, my favorite fandom. Interesting. DC universe. If you get into some shit, you just whisper Clark Kent. And 2X Machina swoops in. Yeah, I'm tempted to say I would like to live in Gotham just to see what it's like. Just because it's neat there.
Have you ever seen any Batman movie ever?
Your life as a normal person, though, becomes so much more high stakes if you live in Gotham. Like, they at least have something exciting going on.
Yeah, you're going to steamroll them with your Batmobile.
Oh my god, I'm leaning more towards Star Wars. Piece of cake, Star Wars.
We won't pull for this one.
Here's the mouse.
I think it's pretty unanimous.
DC for me, because I would find Ra's al Ghul and join the League. Yeah, Charlie, totally. I could picture that. In Harry Potter universe, you would be literally insulted by the purebloods calling you muggles. You're just a lame muggle. So if you pick Marvel, you can get Star Wars and Harry Potter. Wait, that's true.
Marvel is technically a cheat code because you can just make whatever rules you want and multiverse, and so.
Patrick Kelly, what's up? It's so good to see you. Star Wars universe for sure. Yeah, I think clearly Star Wars. I guess I didn't fully weigh in. Yeah, I guess Star Wars, because the whole point of Star Wars is that a lot of the heroes are not gifted with the Force or powers or anything like that, so anyone can be a hero and live a good life. No. For Marvel, absolutely not. New freaking Thanos? Bye? Like, literally no. Absolutely not. So, alright. Moving on. I forget literally all of these, so I'm like scared. Like I said, some of these get more like unhinged as we go along. Alright, number 4. Would you rather be in the Hunger Games arena or be on the Death Star during the Rebel Alliance attack? Like I said, I did not come up with any of these. That one is so freaking unhinged, though.
The correct answer is Hunger Games.
Are you serious?
Yes!
Oh, because you actually have a chance?
Absolutely. Yeah, you actually have a chance. Death Star, you have no chance, and you're dead. I mean, yeah, it's quick.
You could get to an escape
You're
pod.
dead instantly. You're insta-dead.
You could get to an escape
Hunger Games,
pod.
you have a chance. And at least Hunger Games, it's like to some people, it's a sporting event.
It's like an honor
it's an honor. It's a tournament. You at least get to compete. Yeah,
and
sure.
Make your district proud, even if you die.
Yeah, sure you're killing kids.
Death Star all the way. Death Star, y'all. Wait, what? Death Star. So death or death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Hunger Games is not definite death. I mean, yeah, people survived the Death Star, like Aden Arroyo.
Death Star because you could escape. Yeah, I agree.
No,
Sorry, I just sliced you with my elbow.
Yeah.
Hunger Games, at least there's a chance for me to survive. Yeah. Oh, death or death. Only one can win in Hunger Games, so it's death either way. Yeah, if I were to, I would not stand a chance in the Hunger Games.
Whose fault is that?
I would just hide the whole time.
Do you think Rue stood a chance?
Well, she made a good alliance. It'll go away on its own.
Yeah, she did.
Tom, I'm sorry I didn't know that you're Katniss. Because she is the only one that ever survived.
Oh, no. Yeah, in the movies, but think about all the previous, I mean, what is it, the 75th Hunger Games?
Yeah,
when Katniss rolls around? Think about the 74 other winners. You know?
Yeah, and a lot
that's
of them,
74 people.
I feel like the book makes a point of, when it details some of the backstory, it makes a point to highlight that a lot of the winners aren't necessarily the strongest people in the arena. Like, a lot of them won by sheer luck or because of their smarts or some random skill that they had that came plea the fifth. So, yeah, this one's interesting. We missed a lot. Death Star, Hunger Games, get to the escape pods. Death Star. Plenty of people got off the Death Star in episode 6. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would totally be one of those people who just, like, sneaks away to it.
But if you're on the Death Star, you're going to see it as a terrorist attack. So you're basically saying, do you want to be a part of a terrorist attack? Or
being on the Death Star?
Yeah.
Oh. No, that's just a question of moral compass.
The imperial perspective is, wow, we have this base. It's getting blown up by a bunch of rebel
but
jungle living terrorists.
Look at characters like Finn and Tala from Kenobi. It's like they show us that there are people. Freaking Galen Erso. Like, 3 characters right there that are perfect examples that there are people who enlist in the Empire and go into the Empire.
Finn was taken at birth.
Okay, true. But Tala, Galen Erso, they willfully on their own accord joined the Empire when they thought it stood for something, realized it wasn't great, but then clearly Rogue One shows us that it's not that easy to leave. And, like, we know for Tala, like, she clearly is risking her life now being essentially on the run, like, when you abdicate
She definitely risked it.
Yeah, so.
She's gone.
Let's see where the poll stands. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like sweating. This
but
is
Hunger
getting
Games,
way
it's
more
like
heated.
a cult until people in the poorer districts hate it and they fear it because they're poorer. But like for the majority of the population in the wealthier districts and the capital,
it's fun.
It's like the integral part of their society, and it's a championed honor event. We get it from Katniss' perspective because they're poor and they see the real horrors of it. But if you happen to be in like District 1 or 2 and get in the Hunger Games,
but for example, like, spoiler, Hunger Games, although this came out like years ago, so if you haven't read it, sorry. But like Cato, for example, he's from one of the top prestigious districts that literally just breeds the kids and trains them from birth to be tributes.
Yeah. And he doesn't win because Katniss wins.
No, exactly. But even in the end, in the book, like, that's his sole purpose in life, and he takes so much pride in it, like during the interviews and stuff. And he's like, this is like my life's goal to be here. Like, I want to make my district proud. But then at the end, when he knows he's about to lose and he's gonna die, the opposite comes out, and you see his true colors, and he's like, here I am dying to make my district proud. Like, he has a sad moment before he gets eaten by all those dogs or wolves or whatever it was that got him. So it's not that great. I don't know. I feel like I would choose Death Star because there's more escape pods on the Death Star. Hunger Games, you have to win. You have to win to ensure your survival. On the Death Star, you got plenty of escape, and you gotta just make sure you get to one.
Yeah, I'm not.
All right,
I'm with chat. Majority on the Hunger Games.
Yeah, it looks like Hunger Games won.
Yeah,
okay.
Read some of the other responses.
Yeah. Where are we? Death Star, Hunger Games. Death Star. Plenty of people got off the Death Star. Hunger Games. May the odds be in your favor.
Thank you, Charlie. I'm not dying from a lone pilot. Exactly. You're gonna get one lone pilot come in and take you out.
Depends on what sponsors you get as well. Yep. Yeah, you need those supply drops. That's so cool.
Yep.
The arena is pod racing in Star Wars. I'd have a better outfit if I was on the Death Star. That's all that matters. Yes. True. Literally. Okay. All right. Interesting results.
That was a juicy one.
Yeah, like I said, some of these get more unhinged as we go. All right. Number 5. Would you rather marry Joffrey Baratheon or Ramsay Bolton? This one's not necessarily so much for you, but I saw this and I was like, this is such a good one for girls. Like, or whoever wants to marry those two.
Well, I'm going to go with, I'm a man. I happen to like men. Am I going to marry the man who has cut off the nether regions of another man?
Oh, stop! Family friendly.
I could have used so many other words to paint a much clearer picture and make it much worse. Okay, am I going to marry that man?
Yeah, this is a very Game of
am
Thrones.
I going to marry the other option who doesn't do that?
True. Okay. All right. I see where this is going. Joffrey, no thing.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I should have disclaimed this is a very Game of Thrones if you're not familiar. Both these characters are like the worst people in the world. I think I would go with Joffrey as well because he's not as bad. I think when Ramsay comes into play, you're like, I didn't think anyone could be any worse. He's just like deranged, like psychotic, like you do not want any relationship with this guy at all. He's horrible. Joffrey, at least, you see more human emotion in him throughout his journey, and he's younger than Ramsay, so he's has more vulnerability in ways, and like he uses, you know, his violence and anger to compensate for other things. But I feel like you'd be able to. It's easier to adapt to Joffrey than to Ramsay. Let's put it that way.
Joffrey, financial security. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good way to look at it.
That's really smart.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yes.
Joffrey, kill him and take a throne. Exactly.
Kill me if I have to.
He'd be much easier to kill than Ramsay.
Yes.
So.
TMoney, also member for 13 months. I'm Ken Tom. Sorry I'm late. Gonna watch Cobra Kai with a friend in a bit. Hope you both are doing well. And or next week, both Tales of the Jedi. Yes, I still have to watch Cobra Kai. No spoilers, but I saw somebody on Facebook say that they like binged all of season 5 in one go, and they like need season 6 now. So that's always a good sign. So I gotta watch that. Joffrey at least didn't feed anybody to his dogs.
Exactly.
True. All right, we're gonna move on. That was a quick answer. All right, part 6. Here we go. Oh yes, who would you rather resurrect, Boromir or Ned Stark? And the joke of this one is that they are both portrayed by Sean Bean. So that's where this one comes from. You can only pick one of his roles that he can reprise.
I picked the train conductor.
What?
He's on that like
Snowpiercer?
Yeah, that express train movie. He's like the captain of that train, isn't he?
Huh?
I think he's in that.
He's on a current TV show about that.
I think he's in that.
I feel like my inherent answer, I think in terms of weight, yes, I agree, Jared, Ned Stark. I think the trajectory of Game of Thrones would have been completely altered if Ned survives.
Yeah, because Boromir was slight scumbag. So you're kind of like, until he redeems himself and sacrifices himself, you're like, good, I hope he dies.
No, but realistically, yeah, like he was just kind of one extra person in a small group. Ned Stark could have had a huge role in the whole.
Yeah, see, Alice, Boromir, he deserves it. Oh well, no, that's saying resurrect.
Ned
So that's
Stark,
opposite of what
for
we're saying.
sure. Yeah. Ned. Again, I don't know who these people are. Sorry. Yeah, I think this might be like the end of some of the Game of Thrones themed ones, and then there's some different ones. Sean Bean from National Treasure. Sal for the win. Ned Stark. Last names are important. That's true. Ned Stark all day long, not even close. Ned Stark. I would say Boromir. One does not simply resurrect Sean Bean's characters. Boromir laid hands on Frodo. He deserved to die a painful death. Interesting. I mean, yeah, he definitely has. Ned Stark is respectable from the beginning. Boromir, you gotta wait for him to come around. So I'll give you that. And I truly don't think Boromir, if he had survived, would have had much of a significant impact. He just would have been extra muscle, like, no, as they fought, you know, with Theoden and stuff like that.
He would have been a Nazgul. He would have been fully corrupted.
Or true, yeah, or things just would have gotten worse, if anything. That's such a good point. Yeah. He could have driven the whole group apart. Yeah. He even tempted Aragorn a little bit, like. So actually, that's a good point. He could have been way more manipulative and driven them all to the ground. The Uruk-hai laugh at this poll. Boromir's too corrupted by the ring. Boromir took so many arrows and was honorable at the end. He was. He came around, but it took him having to take 5 arrows to the chest to come around. That's a lot. That's a big catalyst for someone to change their moral compass, but Ned Stark, most definitely. Yep, Sean Bean from National Treasure. He never died. He just gets arrested. National Treasure, it's his friend who falls down the Philly well. Yes, but if Boromir is alive, Denethor wouldn't try and burn his own son to death. That's true. It actually would have had a lot of impact.
That's a great point.
Denethor was really being complicated and difficult with Gandalf and everybody when it came to defending Gondor and whatnot. So, yeah, that's actually really true.
That's a fantastic point.
Really true.
That's a really good point.
Ned Stark's pulling up. Ned lied to his family about Jon Snow. Ooh, Mike Hill throwing in the
good point.
That's true. But that was
an honorable lie, though.
Yeah, that was for good reason.
To protect his son.
It was for good reason. Ned does have his flaws, though. I guess I'm painting him out to be, like, way more of a respectable character than Boromir. Like, I feel like Ned could have avoided his own demise. He could have been smarter. In the world of Game of Thrones, now that I'm... Like, if you really think about it, how much longer could he really have survived? Because he did not play the game smart. He played for honor and decency. But if you're trying to survive in Game of Thrones, you gotta finesse a little bit. And I don't know if he was so willing to do that, but... I think, I still think Ned, if we're talking about how it would have altered the total trajectory of things, Ned Stark surviving even just for a little bit longer, he could have made some moves. So, all right, Ned Stark seems to be the winner there. All right, part 7. Here we go. This is where things starts to get even more unhinged, I think. So let's see what was.
All
right. Okay, sorry. This is the last Game of Thrones. I forgot about this one.
Yeah.
And this one is the one I was most nervous about because I don't even know how I feel about this, but I feel like it could spark some good debate. Are you serious?
Daenerys killed all of King's Landing.
Spoilers. Anyone actively watching Game of Thrones, you gotta put a spoiler alert out there.
Spoiler. Daenerys kills everyone in King's Landing.
Alright.
Literally wipes out the capital of Westeros and sits on the throne because she killed everyone. And then Jon kills her. Yeah, so he deserves it.
He's got problems.
No.
Joshua, Jon Snow. Jon Snow is too soft. Yes, HJD97. That was my logic. He's not cut out for it. He's not cut out. Like, Daenerys...
He unites the whole realm against the White Walkers and defeats them.
Not really, because Jaime was like the lone person from King's Landing that showed up to help in the 360p battle.
Because the ruling power in King's Landing was blocking people in King's Landing from helping.
Exactly. Jon Snow had no influence. He couldn't convince them. I think he's also a little bit too soft. Oh, somebody made a good point. Show Jon Snow or book Jon Snow? Daenerys. Yeah, no, neither of us have read the Game of Thrones books, although I kind of really want to. Especially now that the final book is soon to be published, right? I really want to kind of just read them all to see what George's vision would have been for the finale, but I love Daenerys. Sorry, I gotta go with her. Daenerys. Jon Snow, Daenerys went crazy at the end. Here's the mouse. You can use the mouse.
I gotta type, so I can't.
Oh, you're making a poll? Whoops. Okay. Alright, we're making another poll. I'm taking a shot. Yo, Corey. Look at Corey. That's
facts
for the win.
Facts. That's facts.
So
okay.
true.
Let me add an option.
True.
Let me add an option.
Or hold on.
Let me add an option. I'm changing my vote for sure. For sure changing.
He could have been a good leader.
Yes. That is such a sad story, that one.
That was one of like the biggest plot twists of the whole show.
Yeah. That is
a good one.
That's honestly one of the best plots, I think.
Hodor's?
Yeah.
downfall.
Yes, that reveal is so sad.
It's mind-bending.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also, it made me hate
Yeah.
Bran.
Yeah.
Like, it was after
Yeah.
that I was just like, ugh, like, I cannot stand him, and, like, he's responsible for one of the most beloved characters' deaths. And then, of course, like, you know.
Yeah, Hodor deserved it if he didn't die over Bran, for sure.
Wait,
Deserved
what?
to be on the Iron Throne. Because Bran is the one who actually ends up on the Iron Throne.
If Hodor survived, it should have been
Hodor
him.
survived,
It should have been
then
him.
yeah, it should have been him.
Daenerys is completely different in the books. Yeah, I mean, clearly, if the final book has not yet been completed, she doesn't necessarily have to go crazy in that. That's a good point. The show definitely changes whatever the trajectory of her character is supposed to be. So yeah, I guess for me and Tom, we have to think about it. Show Daenerys and show Jon Snow.
Yeah, because up until she genocides King Landing, it's like, you could,
I'm thinking of it circumstantially, though. Like, pretend she didn't, and they had just given her the throne. Like, just to make things interesting, if they had just shown up to King's Landing and Cersei willingly stepped aside and was like, you know what, here, either of you, it's up for grabs. In a perfect world, if none of that had transpired and she hadn't gone off the deep end, and it was up to her or Jon Snow in that moment, pre-burning down the whole city,
I would go to Daenerys.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I would go to Daenerys. After
but even
Hodor. After Hodor.
Who's winning? Who's winning the poll? Hodor, come on, y'all.
Hodor with 24. Corey started a movement.
For real.
Yeah.
Dang onion ninjas in that Hodor episode, I know, right? Think about it this way. Bran was evil and he knew he would take the throne. Think about it. He saw what would happen the whole time. Oh, gosh.
I know. What an ego on that guy. Bran literally was like, wow, I'm going to be on the Iron Throne. But I'm not going to tell anybody about it. Because I know I'm going to be on the Iron Throne. And I'm just going to prance down to King's Landing after all this stuff is over. And sit there knowing I'm going to take the Iron Throne.
I'm not gonna lie, one of my least favorite moments in all of cinema or television is, why do you think I came all this way? It's like, weren't you just 2 episodes ago rooting for Jon Snow? 2 episodes ago, you were like, we need to tell Jon, like, his ancestry because he's the rightful heir to the throne. And now you're just gonna usurp your own brother. Yeah. Literally, I was like, this doesn't make sense.
I know. That line just sends shivers down your spine. You're like, this little wheelchair bound.
Okay. Don't make fun of disabled people. That's not his fault. And he was born with functioning legs.
I'm not making fun of.
Keep talking.
If you're watching and you're in a wheelchair, I'm very sorry you're in a wheelchair. I'm not making fun.
Okay, stop. You're just making it worse. All right. Pretty split. Jon Snow, though, still. Oh, come on. I feel like I'd still go with Daenerys.
Yeah. Even Jon for the throne. Yeah, I agree.
True. That's true. Mike has a great point. If Cersei didn't have her best friend beheaded, that wouldn't have happened. 1,000%. 1,000%.
Hodor be the Hound. That would have been wild.
That could have been good.
That would have been wild. Hodor be the Hound.
No, people are quoting you. No. Okay. We've got to move on. Jon Snow clearly takes the cake in this one. All right. I'm surprised. I was hoping, maybe because I'm a girl, I was team Daenerys. All right. I feel like that is the last of the Game of Thrones ones. These last 3 are two of these final 3 prompts are extremely unhinged. Again, I did not.
That one was pretty unhinged. That one turned very unhinged.
It did. Quickly. But that's just other reasons. All right. Part 8. Here we go. Again,
we've debated this before.
Wait, what? Fight 1 Wookiee-sized Ewok or 10 Ewok-sized Wookiees? Have we? I don't think so. I had to read this question like 5 times over just to make sure I understood the prompt when I found this online. 10 Ewok-sized Wookiees. Or 1 Wookiee-sized. Shoot! I'm forgetting Ewok Hunt, the scariest game ever. I kind of need to see what other people say.
Yeah, this one's tough.
This is terrifying either way. I agreed. Wookiee-sized Ewok. All right, quick response from Colin. 1 big Ewok, easy. I think I agree. Ewok-sized Wookiees, though. What is this question? 10 Ewok-sized Wookiees. Because I'm thinking about I'm thinking about Ewok Hunt. But those are little Ewoks. But little Wookiees could be just as treacherous. That's a lot more to handle. I think I'd also go for the 1 big one. 1 Wookiee-sized Ewok, please. What? Yeah, that seems to be. Would Ewok-sized Wookiees just Ewok pretty much? Yeah, like if you gave them the same weapons, I feel like they'd have the same behavior. A giant Ewok is just creepy. Yeah, are their behaviors the same? Because Ewoks can be very vicious.
Yeah, if you go behavior, I think you have to go with 10 Ewok-sized Wookiees.
Huh?
Because Ewoks are already
Solo?
yes, Ewoks are already small, and the only reason they're not feared more and more vicious is because of their size. But if you take one of them, which already killed a ton of Imperial elite soldiers, and scale it up to the size of an Ewok or Wookiee, its power and fear is instantly increased. But if you take a Wookiee, where its main strength and power comes from its size and strength, but mainly size, you scale it down, you instantly have the high ground. And your fear of that creature drops. And you're like, wow, this thing can't rip my arms out because it can't even reach them anymore. So if there's 10 of them, then what they would have to do is stack each other up so that they're 10 Ewok-sized Wookiees tall. But they're not going to do that because that takes too much coordination, and then you just kill them before they even get to that point.
I'm losing track.
I'm going 10 Wookiees.
10 Ewok-sized Wookiees. 1 Wookiee-sized Ewok would be 7 feet. That's the thing for me. I'm dead either way because I'm small.
You're taller than an Ewok. You're much taller than an Ewok.
I'm a short Ewok.
Carrie Fisher's like 5'2", right?
Yeah, and they came up to like half of her.
Yeah. So they can't even reach your arms. They can't even pull your arms out of the socket.
10 little... This is like a tongue twister. I can't. My brain is jumbled after this. Well, let's go back and see. See the consensus. Have you played Ewok Hunt in Battlefront? They're terrifying. Yeah, literally the scariest game ever. That game mode has no reason to be that horrific. 1 Wookiee-sized Ewok. LOL, bring it. Wookiee-sized Ewok for me. The Ewoks may have been primitive, but they were well coordinated. Wookiees can be considered smarter. And 10 of them could be a nightmare. That's actually a really good point. And they have strength.
Not if I have a flamethrower.
Oh my... We never brought weapons into this. Ewoks
bunch of flaming carpet run around.
Are already scary in small form. Imagine in big form, just psychopaths. Yeah, that's actually true. Luke basically wipes 10 Ewok-sized Wookiees. Easy peasy. Yeah. Fight 1 Wookiee-sized Ewok. There are cannibal Ewok tribes, and they have claws and sharp teeth for eating flesh. I'm not fighting a Wookiee-sized Ewok. This one has people split. What weapons are we allowed? That changes a lot. Yeah, I guess we have to think of our weapons.
I mean, they're both hairy, so really the flamethrower is a good choice for both scenarios.
Oh, that's...
I mean, I'm taking a lightsaber either way, because if you got 1 Ewok, stab. If you got 10 Wookiees, 360. They're done. Just like a weed whacker.
Oh.
And they're done.
I don't want this to turn graphic. I didn't think about that. Like I said, I didn't come up with these questions, but that one I just thought was a good brain bending one to think about. All right, I do feel like this next one is going to be really wild. If my memory serves me correct. All right, number 9. We got 2 more to go. Would you rather get a tattoo of Jar Jar Binks on your forearm, or be woken up every morning by being slapped in the face? Like I said, I did not make this up. I found this online, and I was like, who? Huh? But if you think about it, it's the most random comparison, but you gotta really think. Would you rather get a tattoo of Jar Jar Binks on your forearm for the world to see, or be woken up by getting slapped in the face? I'd go with Jar Jar Binks. I also love Jar Jar Binks, so maybe this is not fair for me. But clearly whoever wrote this question is one of the people who does not like Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. Does the tattoo have to be... Can we customize it at all?
Sure, it just has to be Jar Jar.
Is it a headshot? Is it a full body shot? Can we make it creative? Because if it's like...
I don't think you could work
Jar
it
Jar
into
bulks, and you got like swole Jar Jar on your forearm, and he's just ripped. That'd be pretty creative.
Darth Jar Jar.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Jar Jar, baby. Who is slapping me in the face? That is a good question. That's true. Who's giving the slap? I don't know.
The Rock.
Morning slap, you'd get used to it after a while. If it was a soft slap, I'd be down for that. But if it wasn't a tattoo of Jar Jar Binks, having a Jar Jar tat is a slap in the face. Oh my gosh. Neither. Slap me in the face hard.
Yeah, there's no size requirements either. You could just get a little headshot size of a penny on your forearm.
I would do the tattoo. Why the heck not?
Yeah, there's plenty of loopholes for the tattue.
Slap
the only
face,
loophole
no
for slapping the face is how hard to get slapped in the face.
Pick who's slapping.
Who's slapping and how hard.
I already get woken up plenty of times in the morning with one of my dogs slapping me in the face with their paws. Anyway, that's true. If you're a pet owner or if you have small children, I see stories all the time on TikTok and Instagram Reels of parents complaining that they're peacefully asleep and then their toddler just comes in and slaps them awake. So that's actually true. Circumstances. You could just pretend it's a little pet waking you up. I would never get used to that. No, if I'm in a dream and I get slapped in the face, absolutely not. I have a small face too. Like one human hand takes up my whole face. That's not just like a slap on the cheek. That is a slap like a whole face.
Well, that's even your hand.
Yeah.
No.
But I think that's a statistic for everyone though. I think everybody, your hand is supposed to cover your face. But most people's hands are bigger than mine.
Yeah.
I have baby hands. Yeah. So, truthfully, ratio, yeah, no, it would not work in my favor. Who is slapping me in the face? If it's Jessica Biel or Julian Moore, I will take that slap. True, yeah, like, I guess that's a good point.
Does the slapper have to live with you?
I don't know.
So if it's, I have to get slapped by Natalie Portman, but now Natalie Portman lives with me.
Oh.
Then that's like a sacrifice, right? Which is what the chat is hinting at here. So.
Oh my goodness. Slap, because I can't imagine trying to explain the tattoo wherever I go of why I got it. Can Padme do the slapping? Yeah, it seems collectively we would all accept Natalie Portman giving us a big slap across the face to wake up. That would be a good start to the day, honestly. If it's a slap from a Mad Titan or the Hulk, it's a decap. I don't know what that means. Like
decapitation.
Oh,
meaning your head flies off your shoulders.
I didn't know decap was short form for decapitation. Unless it's a tattoo of Anakin killing Jar Jar. Yeah, no, I don't know if we can customize it to include others. I think it's gotta be Soul Jar. I would be fine But I also have to think from my perspective, though. I currently, that could be really hard, though. If you're trying to be an actor and you have a Jar Jar Binks tattoo on your arm, that's really tough because then.
Okay, but if one side of your face is the size of a pumpkin, because you're getting slapped every morning, that's probably worse.
It depends on
just wear a shooting sleeve so it covers the tattoo.
Oh my god! All right, I think that was the most unhinged of all of the cues so far. Yeah. This last one, I think, is more fun. My fellow, I don't want to spoil it. Would you rather be a Jedi or be the Avatar?
Avatar.
Yeah, that one's kind of like no-brainer. Why though? Because I have to think about it.
Because there's one. There's one Avatar.
You become a huge target. Think of his
You're the only one who can take you down.
But think of how difficult things are for Aang. And he's a kid, like...
Yeah, because he's the Avatar during the biggest war of all time.
I guess, yeah, context of when you're the Avatar. And his entire people is extinct. Yeah. So he's not only the one Avatar, but he's the last man standing of his... Whoa, okay, here we go. Avatar, Jedi. Jedi 100%. Jedi all the way. Avatars will become extinct. The Avatar. Ah, Cat, you converted me on this. Avatar from Charlie. Oh my gosh, that's a big deal. Dang. Final poll. Here we go. Since it's a shorter little question. I have a feeling this is going to be split, though. Master of all four elements. Depends entirely on what era in Star Wars. That's also true. These are both very circumstantial.
That's true. I guess if it's like original trilogy, then yeah, there is one Jedi. Or sequel trilogy, there ends up being, one Jedi.
The Avatar.
That's true.
Jedi, no thought. Wow. Don't want Daddy Vader coming for me. Yeah, if you're a Jedi anytime following Revenge of the Sith and until Return of the Jedi, that's a sucky time to be a Jedi.
Yeah, Patrick, that's perfect. More power. You get to keep your relationships. And there's good life lessons learned along the way. Versus Jedi, you're a monk, you're celibate, you're living your monk ways, and you have some power, but the dark side has more power. Right?
Yes.
But if you're the Avatar, you're shooting lightning out of your fingers, you're earthbending like Obi-Wan, you're flying around. You can surf with no surfboard.
Yeah, I think I'd probably want to be...
And you don't have to be celibate as the Avatar.
Yeah, Aang has a girlfriend. Jedi, the Force gives you more abilities than a handful of elements. Ooh, that's kind of a good point. Avatar is my childhood. Agreed. Literally the best show of all time. I'm due for a rewatch. Whenever I need a reset in my life, I have to watch Avatar. Jedi don't make me fall asleep. Avatar does. Oh no, Alice! Savage! OMG!
Yeah. Monk was the incorrect word, because the airbenders are literally monks.
Well, depending on what type of
yeah.
Avatar you are,
Exactly.
what your specialty is.
Yeah.
Just think, if you're the Avatar, you're stuck on Earth. That's true. He's only got one planet.
Yeah.
He can meditate into the spirit world. Get a good bald-headed tattoo. Yeah. If you're the Avatar, you have to go bald and sport a blue glowy arrow.
Yeah. The Avatar state is like one of the coolest things ever created. Like, if you're a Jedi, you use the Force, you have your saber, but you're at the same power level all the time. There's no Jedi state where you just transform into this super mega powerful being. But the Avatar state, if you can unlock the ability to control it and enter in and out at will, you're the most powerful thing of all time.
That's true, but he clearly was extremely vulnerable. He was in the Avatar state and he got lightning right in the spine.
Yeah.
Avatar spoilers, sorry, although if you didn't watch this show as a child, you're missing out. And you can reincarnate. That's a really good point from Lord Fowl. The Avatar is technically... You can have many lives. That's actually... that's a plot twist. Because realistically, how many Jedi were able to access? Not many Jedi are Force ghosts. It's just a select few. Avatar, it's pretty guaranteed until a certain point, right? Korra.
Yep.
You lose contact with the predecessors, but...
Yeah. The Avatar is basically a Jedi and a Sith at the same time. Without the corruption of the soul and evil doing.
Wait.
Power-wise.
Okay, wait, hold on. Alice. I swear I tried watching Avatar 3 times at the movies. And fell asleep each time, and I never fell asleep. Okay, hold on. Avatar crew, back me up. Avatar fans assemble. No, you can't. The movie stinks. You cannot watch the movie.
No.
It is not an accurate representation of the show. You gotta watch the show. The movie and the show are two completely different entities. I can't even think about them as one. Don't watch the movie. All right, I shouldn't say it stinks, but it's not a it is not. Yeah. It is not a good representation of the series. The series is one of the greatest things that has ever happened to me in my whole life. It is a life altering. It literally changed my life. Like the show and the movie are two different entities. And actually, Avatar fans are about to be eaten because they're eaten good, not like eaten as the direct object in that sense. Avatar fans are about to be eaten good because Avatar Studios is becoming a whole new empire now. And we have the live action Netflix show, which I'm loving the casting announcements that are coming out of it. Like they're truly staying true to like the way it should be. Not casting white people for these roles, but so yeah, I'm optimistic about that, but I think we're getting even more like animated shows from the new found Avatar studio. So like Avatar is about to be taken off again. But yes, the show, I've never seen the show. I'll try it. Yeah, show is so much better than the movie. Show is like, oh my god, life altering.
So good.
TV show is 1,000 times better than the movie. Avatar could redirect the lightning back to Palpatine with his bare hand.
That's what I'm saying. The Avatar has the light side and dark side force powers, and they're not evil. So the fact that they have the powers of a Sith and a Jedi and they're not evil, I think when power level, you gotta go Avatar.
Yeah, and I feel like until like the reign of the Fire Nation, life is a lot more peaceful.
Yeah. Avatar Roku is one of the greatest characters ever. And the scene where they go to the Fire Nation temple for the winter solstice, and Aang breaks in, and he has a conversation with Roku, and then Roku gives him the warning that like Zhao and all of them are waiting outside, and then he goes into Avatar state, and it's Roku that walks out, and Zhao's fear, like that scene is so good. That's probably my favorite scene. It is so good.
Yeah,
so
lots of good moments in that show. Yeah, I'd probably rather be Avatar 2 now that I think about it. Not the movie, dear God, no. Watch the show. There is no Avatar, The Last Airbender movie in Ba Sing Se. Sean, that's the comment of the day. If Cat says it stinks, it stinks. I maybe said that in haste. I don't like to speak poorly, but it's not... Truthfully, I just don't enjoy the movie because it's not the same as the show. I'm sure kids who maybe never saw the show probably liked the movie, but it is just such a blatant, like, not... It is not for fans of the series. The show itself is a masterpiece. Yes. Yes. Ooh, the power doesn't make the benders evil. It's the person. That's so true.
Yeah,
that's another good point. True.
Well, you and I got outvoted anyway because 73% of the chat is.
Whoa, yeah.
But it makes sense. the Avatar content on this channel is literally nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't talk
about the majority of the audience is vastly familiar with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Some people, and it seems like a few people, aren't familiar with the show. So yeah, if you're gonna go based on that, again, this isn't do you like Star Wars or Avatar: The Last Airbender better?
No.
I don't think they're comparable, to be honest. I think they both, their storyline through and through are both so
they're similar in a
powerful.
lot of ways.
They are similar in a lot of ways.
Can't thank
Except
you enough,
Aang
Kat,
doesn't
for
ever
showing me
slaughter younglings and
that
turn to the dark
awesome
side, and that part doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, literally.
But
characters you can count on.
No.
Amazing character arcs. Yeah, Charlie, I'm just so glad that you watched the show, because there's nothing better than when you recommend a life-altering show. Because I'll be completely honest, and I've said this to you guys before, I absolutely hate, like, unless I am seeking show recommendations, I cannot stand when people tell me to watch certain things. It's like, the more you tell me to watch this, I'm not going to do it. Like, with Stranger Things, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch, like, I don't know. But, so I feel bad telling people, like, you need to watch Avatar, because I'm doing exactly what I don't like being done to me. But Avatar is true, like, it was a cultural event for those of us who were, like, in elementary school or, like, middle school when the finale was coming out. Literally, like, life. I'll never forget it. Like, I remember exactly the night the finale aired, and I just was, like, changed.
And it's just, I mean, beginning, middle to end, story-wise, it's flawless. I mean, they set up things in the first episode, and then it pays off like exactly what you would expect, but the journey to get there is so powerful and meaningful that it's like, this ending is so good.
Yeah.
And they leave some things unanswered, and it leaves you wanting more. But in a good way, because the story's so good. Not like, oh, they ended it on such a horrible note, we need to see what else happens because it can't possibly be the end because it's so bad. It's wow, this is the end. There's still some things that could happen, but it makes it even better because they were able to end it on such a phenomenal note.
You're like crying because it's so beautiful.
Well,
I guess we should have specified, if nobody knows Avatar: The Last Airbender. If anyone's thinking like Avatar, the Steven Spielberg movie? No, James Cameron. James Cameron. Oh my god, that was bad. I should have known that. It's not those Avatars.
Yeah.
Not those Avatar. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Master
from
of all
Nickelodeon.
4 elements. Avatar.
Yes. I watched Stranger Things and I loved it. Yeah, I should watch it. I feel like I would. And I always say, like, oh, I don't like scary things, but I watch scary stuff all the time. Speaking of, hey, freaking Raised by Wolves is pretty scary in some parts. Like, if I go into it thinking it's gonna be scary, then I'm more turned off and not as inclined to watch. But if I go into a show and then some stuff is shockingly scary, I'm like, oh, but I'm already in too deep, so I'm gonna keep watching. Speaking of, I think I'm gonna try to do Reactober, like I was telling you guys. And I feel like I have to start soon if I'm gonna start. If I want to try to pump out, like, a good amount of reactions to post throughout October. Here's the problem, though. It's not even smart on my part, because we're gonna have, as of next week, this is gonna be the schedule. And/or Tuesday nights at midnight, because that's when it drops on the West Coast. It's gonna be and/or Tuesday nights. Editing all day to get posted on Wednesday. Rings of Power Thursdays at 9 p.m. I think is the time it comes out on West Coast. Editing all day to post Friday. Saturday break, Sunday House of the Dragon. Editing all day to get posted on Monday. It's like, is now the right time for me to take on a goal of, let's react also to every scary movie there possibly is?
No, because you hate scary movies.
Yeah, but that's the point for entertainment. Entertainment. Nobody wants to watch
then you're not going to sleep for a whole month. And then I'm not going to sleep for a whole month.
No, that's not true. Forensic Files really toughened me up, okay? Stranger Things isn't scary. Yeah, I imagine it can't be that horrific if the main characters are supposed to be like 12 in the first season, so. Cat doesn't like scary things, but Maul is her bae. Hey, he's not scary. He's everything to me. I need to get going, but just want to say I love your channel. I'm really enjoying both your points of views. Ghost Dog, thank you so much for hanging out, and thank you for all of your participation tonight. Shout out to everyone who I loved hearing everybody's. Should we do this again? I loved hearing. Oh yeah, let's end that poll. Dang, we really got smoked.
That's fine. We got smoked on 2 of them.
Yeah.
That's all right.
For entertainment, let's give Cat nightmares for a month. Yeah, maybe I should play some scary video games. Maybe that could be more productive. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Drop some scary video games.
Then you don't have to edit. If you just go live and get scared, then...
Yeah. What about the scary games? Yeah, Jared, some scary video games could be good. And it's not real life, you know. But in a way, it can be more scary when you're submerged in it. Like, versus, I don't know, versus just watching. I don't know. But yeah, no. Conjuring, I'd be scared to start with that one. Second Cat, the stream was rocking. Can't wait to catch more. Yeah, let us know. I really loved this. I was so excited all day. I would love to do something like this again.
No.
I think next week we'll probably do an Andor themed stream to pregame.
Yeah. I think that'll be good.
Maybe we'll move that to Tuesday evening. We'll see. Because I'm gonna be staying up. Guys, I'm literally gonna be awake. Depending on how long these Andor episodes are, I'm not gonna get my hopes up because I think it seems like these Star Wars, especially since they're dropping the first 3, I can picture like first one being 45 plus minutes, second one maybe being only like 30-ish minutes, and then like third one being somewhere in between. Like, I feel like they wouldn't drop the first 3 if they were all an hour long. Like, that's so much content. Don't you think?
Yeah, the reason they're doing 3 has to be because they delayed it.
Yeah, that's true. Trying to catch up.
That's my guess.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know?
I don't know. I always overthink. But, no Batman driver. Okay, y'all. I think I'm giving up on that. I can't do that anymore.
Scariest thing. This Cat's driving.
Seeing Cat play Batman is already horror. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't already played The Last of Us, because that would be a good one to do. But probably 30 minutes each or shorter, you think? HJD97. Dang. I don't know. See, I've stopped trying to anticipate, because like with Kenobi, I wanted them all to be like an hour long, and that wasn't the case. Oh. Like, definitely, what wins in a battle, a lion or a tiger? Need for research purposes.
No, isn't it? The real question is, who wins? A billion lions or the sun?
What?
Who wins? A billion lions or the sun?
Is this an inside joke?
This is the greatest debate question of all time. A billion lions or the sun? Who wins?
The sun. What is the context? What is the context? What?
A billion lions or the sun? That's the question. There's no context. That's the debate.
The billion lions would eventually just start fighting each other.
I don't think I've ever heard that take before. The lions would fight for who's the head lion, and then they would kill each other before they even got close to the sun.
Star Wars Obsession is here. Long time no see. What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
I think the sun. Sun from Sean.
Corey, this weekend, a lion would beat a tiger for sure.
Oh, are they the Auburn Tigers?
Yes.
Is that?
Yeah.
That's the context. Yes. I see.
Yes.
For your sake, I hope that.
But if both of them fought against the sun, that's another question.
We would win because we'd get to one.
That is very true. We would totally win because we would get to see. Just thinking about the logistics of, okay, how do you put the sun against a billion lions? That's my favorite part of that debate. Is how do you organize a billion lions in a way that could fight the sun?
Earth actually. Where would you even put a billion lions? I can't. Mike Hill, member for 4 months. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mike. We appreciate you. A billion.
Yes, thank you, Mike. That's awesome. That's all.
That is good.
That's true. I believe it. Yeah. A billion lions, maybe they beat the sun, but one Nittany lion would murder the sun.
No one here knows what a Nittany lion looks like. I still think they're made up. They can't be real. Now we're just getting into inside jokes, y'all.
It's not an inside joke. Chat, have you never heard this debate?
A billion lions versus the sun?
A billion lions versus the sun.
Where did this originate?
I feel like I've debated this debate like 5 separate times in my life. And the reason it's such a good debate is because when you actually try to think about arguments for either side and how you stage this fight, it just is incredible. Sean, how would you even get a billion lions?
It should have to occur in a world without people.
How do you organize them? Do we have to supply the
why do humans have to be in
launch
this
materials to get the billion lions to the sun?
This is a lion
or is this
problem.
the Earth has to, remove energy from its orbit and get closer to the sun, so then the lions get to fight it?
I have heard that before, but I have no idea where.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean.
Sun will eventually swell into a red giant and possibly swallow the Earth in about 5 billion years anyway, too. See, that's exactly the point. The lions would just fight themselves to extinction before the sun wouldn't have to do anything.
No.
All right, we can take some chat requests now since we're just on the topic. You're a Jedi Padawan. Would you rather fight a Sith Lord with 3 Jedi Masters or fight an Inquisitor by yourself? I'd rather have Masters with me.
I don't know. You see 3 Masters fight against Palpatine, and they get whacked.
True.
Granted, you're not a Padawan. You're Mace Windu.
But the Inquisitors, it took me 15 years to beat Trilla in freaking Jedi Fallen Order. I will never freaking... I can't do that in real life. No. There's no way. No. So I don't think I'd want to subject myself to that in the real world.
No.
Does the sun attack the lions, or the lions attack the sun?
It's a fight, so they have to attack each other at the same time. Now, how does that work? Think about how that works. And then you'll realize why this is such a fantastic debate. And do a billion lions, I think the greatest argument for the lions is, kind of going off the Stanley's point, if you take a billion lions, one lion gets born, the next lion is born after the first lion dies, do they outlive the sun?
My brain.
If you have a billion lions that each live for 1 year, that's a billion years of lions. But if you have a lion that lives 50 years, that is 50 billion years worth of lions. They're outliving the sun.
Oh, God.
They're outliving the sun.
Oh, goodness.
So if you have 50 billion lions external to the solar system, or if a billion lions external to the solar system that are on this asteroid, and there's just one lion is born, then the next lion is born after the first lion dies. That's 50 billion years, and probably even more worth of lions. And the sun's not living 50 billion years.
I like HJD's comment. I just hope this fight is on pay-per-view. I'm never giving up, never giving up my pride. Oh my god, Sean. Woo. I don't get the logic. Yeah, the logic here, there is none. Logic is non-existent. 15 billion Mufasas is hard to go again. This is circle of life.
Yes. Obviously, head on.
Where has this gone?
50 or billion lines
this
get
has
toasted
turned
by the
into
sun.
Night Owl stream territory.
But if they play it smart and they outlive the sun, then they don't even have to fight it, and then they win. So.
I feel like we're gonna end it on that note. This is getting unhinged. I thought some of the debate cues, the prompts earlier were wild. This is taking the cake, but oh man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, we're definitely gonna do this again. This was so much fun. A red giant stage, yes. We will definitely do this again, and I think maybe next time we'll take prompts from you guys. That could be more interesting. But in a way, it was kind of fun have nobody knowing it going in. But maybe we'll do a mix. We'll take some fan prompts, and then we'll take some prompts from some wild online forums like I found today, and then we'll just do a little mix and match. But HJD, you win. You win for the night, literally. Oh my god. Alright. I'm gonna lose it. I'm turning, like, this is like Night Owl stream territory in terms of just the direction this has taken.
We got a poll. We got a poll who wins.
Alright, let me get rid of the Jedi versus Avatar. You can finish it off.
We got a poll. Gotta end on a good poll.
With one poll.
Got a poll. How many characters can I put a poll? Oh, I can fit it. Nice. I am tempted to take a picture of this poll just because I'm so glad that we're streaming with all of you. And this question and debate has made its way onto the internet because I never would have ever thought it did.
Look what you've done.
But
wow, sun really shot up real quick.
Work smarter, not harder, everybody.
Stop taking a
Work
pic.
smarter, not harder. Yes, if a billion lions were to storm the sun wins. But if the lions evolve and spread out their time alive, then they outlive the sun and they win.
Whoever voted sun, it's treason then. My brain is getting smoother by the second. I can't even entertain this anymore. Remember who you are. Remember. I can't believe the turn this has taken. Oh my god. Well, sun is overwhelmingly winning. Well, thank you guys for participating in all of our polls this evening, including this one. Apologies if you've lost brain cells within the past 15 minutes. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It was so great to see some of you here who we've not seen in a bit, but as always, there's never any pressure to attend the streams. Of course, it's more fun when the gang's all here. What did I just stumble on? Oh god, Nathan! The worst possible context to enter a stream. A billion lions versus the sun. Kudos to you for even knowing how to type out a billion. That's why you were asking how many characters.
Is the sun its hottest point or cooler? Lions win it dull.
HJD, you are on fire tonight.
Oh my goodness. There's so many variables. There's so many variables.
Oh god.
If they storm the sun at night, do they win? Because the sun's gone.
What? Okay. Anyway, I feel bad. Nathan, I'm so sorry you just tuned in. This always happens. Somebody always hops on at the last minute, and I'm always like, no, my friends, no. But we'll be back next week. Like I said, we're going to be doing big and or pregame I'm going to be awake. I'm gonna be filming my reactions. I can't believe it's already next week. Literally can't believe it. But we will see you guys then. Definitely gonna be talking some Andor next week. I'll see you guys before then in my next Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, and House of the Dragon reactions. Things are getting exciting. So I will see you guys in those videos coming up later this week and next week. But thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. This was really fun, and we will definitely do this again very soon. All right, on that note, Tom can't anymore, so we love you guys. It was great to see you all.
Hold on. Go back. Go back.
Okay. What are you...
There's just so many variables. It's
goodness.
We're getting so creative. This is fantastic.
You need sleep. I think Jay is right.
So many variables.
I think Jay is right. You need sleep.
I need sleep?
Yes.
Or you need sleep?
It seems like you need sleep right now. All right. We're going to go. Love you guys. So good to see you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. We had an amazing time. Hope you guys had just as much fun. And we'll see you guys again very, very soon.
Have a night, everybody.
Bye, friends.
Talk to you later.